There's no other way to say it than to just say it. Picard Season 3 is going to be crazy. Regardless of whether you like or dislike the first 2 seasons of Picard, it really doesn't matter, because Season 3 is going to be a totally different show. Yes, it's the return of Worf, Geordi, Dr. Crusher, Riker, and Troy, but it's really so much more than that. This is the return of Star Trek The Next Generation, and as one industry insider told us recently, some of the stuff we are about to see is going to explode your brains into mush, in a good way. And after watching the new teaser trailer for the upcoming season and seeing how awesome some of our favorite characters have aged, the anticipation for the upcoming season is at an all-time high. But it's just the icing on the cake. What we are about to share with you is everything we know about Season 3 of Picard, including some exciting teasers and hints very few people are aware of. Is Worf a merry man?
I protest. I am not a merry man.
Who wants to do a new Star Trek movie?
Is that music?
It's a good choice.
And exactly how many Enterprises are going to be in the upcoming season?
At this rate, the sector will be completely filled with Enterprises within 3 days.
Yes, this and a whole lot more, so you don't want to miss this episode. But before we unravel all these Picard Season 3 mysteries, let me quickly tell you why you're going to love this video's sponsor, Star Trek Timelines. Hey Red Shirt, put down your personal log and listen carefully. Have you ever dreamed of being the captain, commanding a starship made up of the finest Star Trek characters ever to explore the galaxy? Well, now you can with Star Trek Timelines. Welcome to Starfleet, Captain. Get ready to embark on an adventure through space and time, saving the galaxy from temporal anomalies. Star Trek Timelines is the ultimate Star Trek strategy role-playing game. It's free to play and available on all devices. Ready to go into battle with Captain Kirk? How about a mission with Spock? Collect more than 200 of your favorite Star Trek characters during your journey, complete missions and ship battles in order to level up, and collect captain rewards. Warp to new destinations, receive distress calls, and aim to bring order to the chaos while commanding iconic ships to include USS Enterprise and Voyager. Take part in legendary PvE and PvP battles that will put your captain skills to the test. Download the game now for a chance to win a USS Enterprise NCC 1701 Starship model. To qualify, click on the link in the description or scan the QR code to get the game and reach Captain Level 5. So get out of that red shirt and take the con by downloading Star Trek Timelines today.
Resistance is futile.
Shut up, Wesley.
There have been a few intriguing morsels of information released since the announcement that the TNG crew was returning for the final season of Picard. But when San Diego Comic-Con 2022 and the Picard panel started talking, it was like getting a full-course meal. The panel included Patrick Stewart, Gates McFadden, Alex Kurtzman, and Rod Roddenberry, the son of Star Trek creator Gene Roddenberry. The panel was hosted by Back to the Future legend and notable Star Trek director Leah Thompson.
And he can sleep in my room.
I gotta go.
The first question she asked about Season 3 prompted Kurtzman to explain how Stewart put down the mandate from the beginning that Picard would not be a cameo-heavy retread of Star Trek The Next Generation. It took 2 seasons to earn the opportunity to put TNG back together. Stewart explained he had concerns at first, but when Kurtzman asked him, "Hasn't anything happened to you in 25 years?" Stewart became intrigued. The Season 3 trailer that dropped during the panel shows an incredibly epic redesign of the returning characters. Everyone looks fantastic and well-aged, but Worf and Geordi are standouts, looking distinguished as silver foxes. According to the panel, the opening of the show will play out like a heist film as they round up each member of the old gang. Kurtzman teases the villain of Picard Season 3 by indicating it's a she, and they took core inspiration from The Wrath of Khan and Captain Kirk's mental battle with Khan. Kurtzman said the final story of these characters feel like returning home. Inside sources reveal to us that there is no Khan connection, but the villain's vibe is freaky, and the actress has incredible range. And to be clear, Patrick Stewart reiterated that he doesn't want to think of Season 3 as revisiting The Next Generation. The cast members will be digging into new material and drama with their characters, and not rehashing old storylines. although that doesn't mean there won't be an appropriate amount of fan service. According to a source from the show, the amount of things written into Season 3 that alludes to the next generation characters and stories is 10 times more than Seasons 1 or 2. This is great news, as it's a reward to fans who have been watching the show for more than 35 years. So many threads from the past will tie together in Season 3, and it's all because of showrunner Terry Matalas. The Star Trek veteran from Voyager and Enterprise was back to co-showrun Season 2, but Season 3 is all his. People on the inside describe him as a real fan who really understands the history of Star Trek. They say he wrote Picard Season 3 to wrap up Picard and the TNG story the way he wanted to see it as a longtime fan of the show. A source close to Matalas said it's a beautiful send-off that will make people cry. The ending is very emotional, like Data's send-off in Season 1 or Q and Picard's goodbye in Season 2. And the main cast won't be the only surprise for Season 3. Matalas is famous for giving away little pieces of information on Twitter, and based on what he said, you can expect to see other characters that once you see them, you'll be curious what's happened to them over the years. Matalas was thinking, I really want this character to come back, and when they did it, he said it was weirdly more thrilling than anything else in totality. The panel has a few more big pieces of information. McFadden said that Picard Season 3 is the best material for her character ever in Star Trek. Matalas had earlier shared with fans that this version of Dr. Crusher was going to be very different, and everything we've been able to uncover indicates that she will likely be the catalyst that leads off the show, and whatever is going on with her will be what begins to bring everyone back together. We're not going to spoil anything here, but there will be some spice opening up Season 3. Roddenberry also indicated fans should be excited for Picard Season 3 as what he saw honored the legacy of what his father built. Stewart gave away a very interesting piece of information. He couldn't confirm if he gets back in the captain's chair, but he reveals there will be multiple Enterprises involved. What? Stewart confirmed they will be hanging out on one of the Enterprises for a bit of the season. What are we talking about here? Time travel? Multiverses? Does Picard have a bunch of small NCC 1701 models in his ready room? We'll be getting to the bottom of this soon. Stewart also said he would return for more Star Trek movies, saying it would be a great opportunity. Kurtzman said that Picard Season 3 is very much a return to those types of Star Trek films, and if it's popular, you never know. Do you want more Jean-Luc Picard Star Trek movies? Let us know in the comments below. And if you haven't already subscribed to our channel, please do so now, and give us a thumbs up if you want more inside knowledge about your favorite shows. And make sure you stay tuned to the end to see how to get this awesome Wesley Crusher-inspired graphic design. The panel at San Diego Comic-Con was incredibly revealing, but as we said before, Matalas has been dropping little hints on Season 3 for several months now. During the Season 3 trailer that aired toward the end of Picard Season 2, Picard is writing a note to someone. Matalas confirmed that he is writing that note to Commodore LaForge. That's right, Geordi is packing some serious Starfleet seniority going into the final season. We also know, thanks to Matalas, that Season 3 will start out about a year after Season 2 ends. He also confirmed Orla Brady, who plays Laris, Picard's love interest in Season 2, will be in Season 3, but she wrapped very early in filming, which might indicate a parting of the ways for the Chateau Picard lovebirds. Perhaps Jean-Luc will be fanning the fire for an old flame, paging Dr. Crusher. We don't know very much about Worf, but the image we see of him in the teaser shows him wearing a Kurleth on his back, which was designed by the creator of the Batleth, Dan Curry.
We would rather be your friend.
Matalas has let us know that we will see him using this weapon on the show. He's also shared with us that Worf is not a captain, and he's not a merry man.
I protest. I am not a merry man.
On the contrary, Lieutenant Worf.
Yes, that is a play off his famous line when Q turned the crew into Robin Hood's merry men, but it also alludes to the fact that this version of Worf is not very happy. What sacrifices has he made up to this point? That is something we will explore this season. LeVar Burton spilled the beans early on when he let loose he would be working with his daughter Micah on the show. She plays one of two of Geordi's daughters. And in his words, the storyline is about the next generation of the next generation in many respects. What we know of Riker and Troy will likely be carried on from Picard Season 1. Will Worf carry some ill will in his heart over Deanna? That would be an interesting storyline, but unlikely one they'll be focused on, considering how short the seasons are and how many storylines will need to be covered. The new teaser also gave us our first shot of 7 of 9 in a Starfleet uniform. It's been a long time coming. The last we saw, 7 received a field commission and was given command of the Stargazer.
By my authority, consider this a field commission.
It has been confirmed that Season 3 will explore how 7 fits into Starfleet, and expect some sort of determination as of the status of her relationship with Rafi. Rafi's words in the trailer are, "You have no idea how hard it is to be in this world." Is she talking about her relationship with 7?
I had a cat suit.
Really?
With the focus likely being on the main original cast, we don't expect to see a lot of Rafi. But we also wouldn't be surprised to see a 7 and Rafi spin-off in a future Star Trek show that takes place after Picard's time. Fans in a recent Trek Central poll preferred a post-Picard series by double over either a Starfleet Academy series or something totally new. During the panel, Kurtzman assured fans they have not seen the last of Star Trek shows with female leads. Does this mean 7 of 9 could lead her own show? And what about Brent Spiner? We know Data is gone, and Terry Matalas shot down the idea that he would return as Data's evil brother Lore, or another Soong. The only other clue we have is a voiceover from Spiner in the Season 3 casting announcement. He says, "Evolution is not an act of preservation, it's addition." That sure sounds like a Soong to us. Or maybe a Sing? We'll have to wait and see. Spiner did give us a very useful piece of news. He believes Picard Season 3 will air in February 2023. His timing makes sense as we are likely to have a December Star Trek Discovery release, and Picard routinely follows behind. There is one more really interesting piece of information that Matalas shared with us that we think is important for all Star Trek fans. Who wouldn't agree that the theme songs used in Star Trek are incredibly important to the fan experience? The music created by Jerry Goldsmith for Star Trek The Motion Picture has gone on to impact the scores for almost every movie and TV show that came after it. Goldsmith passed away 18 years ago this year, but Matalas is ensuring he honors Goldsmith in a big way this season. One hint is that Matalas said he was listening to a music cue for Picard Season 3 that has themes from 4 different Treks interwoven, and it was giving him chills. We can expect big, classic, and emotional Star Trek sounds this season. Star Trek Picard has become a kind of anthology at this point, where each season is completely different. Which makes sense since each season featured a different showrunner with different ideas on how to portray Picard. The one thing that each season has in common is that they are each dealing with some emotional aspect of Jean-Luc's life. Even in the teaser just released, the words give us a hint of the story to come. We hear Picard say, "You're only as good as those around you." And he ends the teaser by saying, "As long as you and your crew remain steadfast, you are never without hope." This final season will be an emotional journey for Picard, his old crew, and the fans who've loved them for so many years. What do you think? Does this get you excited about Picard Season 3? Are you cautiously optimistic, or is this too little too late? Do you want the member berries and fan service, or would you rather the characters move on and leave the past in the past? Who do you look forward to seeing most, and what do you think this season is going to be about? Let's talk about it in the comments below. Also, thank you to Star Trek Timelines for sponsoring this video. Don't forget to download the game in the link below for a chance to win a USS Enterprise NCC 1701 model. And thank you for supporting our channel. Get 20% off your purchase when you get anything in our merch store. Use coupon code THEPOPCAST. The link is in the description below.
You are never without hope.